The next scene shows Kim's past, when he was in Isgard 645 days before returning to Earth. In the Forgotten Canyon, Kim can be seen talking to himself about the challenges of being a dark mage. Despite their incredible skill, dark mages face a unique challenge: it's their demonic energy. Unlike regular mages whose mana naturally restores itself, a dark mage must regularly collect demonic energy by defeating monsters. However, replenishing demonic energy by using monsters is not efficient, and Kim's job image is so poor that he couldn't find any party members to assist him. Kim's situation is perilous, as running out of demonic energy while in a dungeon could mean certain death. The only viable solution for a dark mage to replenish and retain their demonic energy is to defeat monsters with maximum strength. The life of a dark mage is full of turmoil, and Kim knows this all too well. In the present scene, the battalion commander informed Kim that a troop from the Hunter Corps would arrive if he waits there. Then, the commander asked Kim if he had any particular reason for applying to the Hunter Corps, given the current circumstances where many members with special abilities are returning to the regular army. Kim responded that he has business in the dungeons. In Korea, all dungeons are managed by the army, and the Hunter Corps has the first priority in subjugating monsters within them. The Hunter Corps is a highly skilled unit where members can advance in ranks based on their abilities, regardless of their service period or limits. If Kim enlists, he will be able to enter the dungeons, where he can clear most of them alone and encounter monsters with demonic energy. By doing so, he can recover his lost powers, advance quickly. If that happens, then the Dungeon Power Fighter developer can relax and develop the fourth awakening stage of the game, and Kim will become a high-salary public hero. That's what he thought. Shortly after, a sergeant from the Hunter Corps, named Lee Sungo, arrived and reported to the battalion commander. The commander informed Sungo that Kim was their only reported recruit. Sungo then questioned Kim about his hunter abilities, asking if he had awakened as a hunter and could open his status window to show his stats. Kim was taken aback by the sergeant's directness and thought to himself, "Are all Hunter Corps like this?" While Kim was familiar with the concept of a status window from his time in Isgard, he rarely used it there as it only provided numerical values for his stats and abilities. Curious about how it worked in this world, Kim opened his status window, only to discover that it contained an error. Meanwhile, at the Hunter Corps Training Center, the battalion commander is having a conversation with a new recruit named Sun Yunseo. She expresses her concern that she may be given special treatment during her training period if the battalion commander called her here because of her father. However, the battalion commander assures her that this is not the case. He called her here to inform her that a renowned rookie has recently enlisted, and he wants to encourage her before training. He explains that the country is always in need of skilled individuals like her on the field, and as a citizen and soldier, he wants to express his gratitude. As the conversation continues, the battalion commander reveals that he received an interesting report earlier in the day about a potential new comrade for Yunseo. He asks if she would like to pay a visit together and see what this new recruit is all about. The scene shifts to Kim, who is now inside the Hunter Training Center, and he is visibly excited to see it. However, the sergeant warns him not to get too excited because his enlistment in the Hunter Corps is not yet decided. The sergeant explains that Kim is a special case, and he will personally test him. If Kim is found to be lying, then he will have to enlist in the military police. Kim asks about the test, and the sergeant challenges him to move a red stone, a dense and heavy mineral byproduct of dungeons, even an inch within 10 minutes. Kim glad the test is simple, which enrages the sergeant. Sergeant then thought there is no way to check another person's status window. There always been trash people who tried to take advantage of the Hunter Corps with mediocre abilities. Kim jumps 5 meters high onto the podium in the regular soldier recruit center, but to the sergeant's surprise, an error appears on Kim's status window. He can't believe it and thinks it's utter nonsense. This scene is seen by the Corps commander and the new recruit. Commander then told the new recruit that Kim apparently showcased incredible physical abilities, but his status window shows an error. The battalion commander never even heard of such a case. As the training commander of the Hunter Corps, he have high hopes to see how unique this recruit will be. Meanwhile, Kim knew about this stone that was strewn all around Isgard dungeons. This stone is ridiculously heavy mineral, but at this size he can easily push it away. Kim then uses his power to punch the store, thinking it might have some demonic energy in it, but shattered into pieces. Everyone who was watching was stunned because they never thought someone could do the impossible. It had never been done before, and even Sargent was amazed. He was speechless after seeing the incredible sight. Sargent admired Kim's monstrous abilities silently, while Kim was curious about why the stone didn't have any demonic energy in it. In the next scene, we meet Na Min-hyuk, who is undergoing running training along with other recruits to join the Hunter Corps. During the training, he realizes that something is not quite right. Although he expected it to be tough, he never anticipated it to be so extreme. The training is unlike anything he has ever experienced before. They have to engage in real battles against enemies and monsters that emerge from the dungeons day and night. The rule is that they have to train for 4 weeks without any breaks, pushing themselves to the limit. The training involves running with sandbags, which is incredibly strenuous as it feels like they are carrying extra weight. Additionally, they must also climb the infamous long stairway of 6,000 steps. During the training, instructor Sergeant Lee Sung-go constantly bothered and hassled everyone by checking their finishing times. Na Min-hyuk initially believed that this was necessary, but his opinion changed as soon as he noticed Kim, the protagonist, during the training session. Kim's remarkable performance stunned everyone, and they couldn't take their eyes off him as he breezed through the training like it was a morning jog for him. Despite the grueling training, Kim's body felt incredibly light, as if he could fly with all the energy coursing through him. Once the training ended, he was rewarded with excellent meals, a far cry from the meager offerings he had to endure during his 2 years in Isgard. Moreover, the Hunter Corps paid handsomely and even provided time for recruits to play games. This made Kim firmly believe that the Hunter Corps was the best choice for him. With an immense surge of excitement, he ran even faster while other recruits watched in awe and disbelief. Even Sergeant Lee grew increasingly frustrated at how Kim seemed to complete everything faster and with ease compared to the others. When it normally took a human 1 hour to complete the run, Kim seemed singularly focused on finishing it because Lee had claimed that he could go on an outing if he finished the run in 30 minutes, and received a pass from Lee. Immediately after finishing the run in just 21 minutes, something that none of the other trainees had ever achieved, he thought about Kim facing the dungeon monsters. Kim possessed the necessary fitness and requirements to join the Hunter Corps, so he decided to keep an eye on him. After completing their training, the group felt exhausted, and the thought of doing it all over again the next day left them feeling frustrated. Some even found themselves excited over a mere 1-point increase in their stamina stat. However, Kim was taken aback by this situation as he was accustomed to seeing his stats skyrocket by tens on a daily basis back in Isgard. While his comrades chatted about Kim's plans for the outing pass he had just earned, Kim remained unsure of what to say. As they continued to converse, they inquired about Kim's workout routine and praised him as unbeatable. As Kim reflected on his past life in Isgard, he recalled how nobody was ever willing to talk to him due to the belief that speaking to a dark mage brought bad luck. However, these new acquaintances treated him like a friend. After their conversation, they went to the PC room together to enjoy their free time and thought of getting 2 hours of sleep, which was considered a luxury in his time in Isgard, as Kim was barely able to sleep for 1 hour a day. Now he is able to deplete his game fatigue on a daily basis, thanks to the Hunter Corps and the authorities. As the next day's training commenced, the recruits were tasked with running 40 kilometers in just 2 hours in order to earn their breakfast. Kim completed the run effortlessly, as if it were just another mundane task. While the other recruits struggled and felt like they were on the brink of collapse, Kim strolled through the challenge with ease. One of the recruits marveled at Kim's composure, noting that he wasn't even breaking a sweat. The recruit went on to share that he had heard rumors that Kim had been gaming all night, with only a 2-hour break over the past 4 weeks. Following the incident, an announcement ensued, with the higher-ups expressing extreme disappointment in all the new recruits. It was revealed that they were in the last week of training, and only half of the recruits had managed to complete the bare minimum of the training. While Kim was perplexed by the lieutenant's third-person reference, the others were filled with fear as he warned them that they would perish in a month and a half if they were deployed to fight against the dungeon monsters. He also mentioned the final training, which was the dungeon adjustment training. Although most dungeons disappeared after defeating all the monsters, some remained and would continuously transform, becoming training facilities for the Hunter Court to experience a variety of environments. As the trainees contemplated this, all they could think of was their impending doom, as they could barely pass the basic training they had started. When everyone was feeling frustrated due to the tension, the lieutenant appeared to be pleased with their expressions, as if he was controlling his horses. According to him, only strict discipline and rewarding the trainees with basic prizes could lead them to a better future. He claimed that they should not be discouraged as success could be achieved if they used their brains. Furthermore, the trainee who achieved the highest points in the examination would be rewarded with a 2-night and 3-day vacation pass to enjoy their free time. The lieutenant thought that his announcement of the vacation pass would lift their spirits, but it failed to affect anyone except for Kim, who was overjoyed to hear the news. The next day, all the trainees were taken in front of a massive dungeon for their final training session. While the group contemplated what awaited them inside, the sudden arrival of a 2.5 truck shocked them. The ensuing dust cloud left everyone disoriented, except for Kim, who managed to keep his footing. As they made eye contact with the truck carriers, filled with unknown entities, confusion spread among the group.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and drop a comment below with your thoughts or any questions you have. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. Also, feel free to share this video with friends who might enjoy it. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one.